In this video, I'm gonna go over 7 specific reasons why you are turning off women as they talk to you, and how to keep the conversation exciting and engaging for the other person. Not only that, I'm gonna go over what to do so that you can feel confident in the real world, feel motivated and empowered to talk to anyone. Let's get started. Okay, reason number 1 is that your life is too boring. It's too mundane, it's too predictable. She's picking up on the fact that this guy doesn't have a lot of variety. He doesn't have a lot of spontaneity in his life, and she's putting herself in the shoes of being your future partner. So she's gonna be like, all right, well, this is gonna be kind of a boring relationship, so I'm gonna step away from this conversation. She's picking up on this based off what you tell her about your life. So if you don't have a lot of memories to pull from, a lot of traveling experiences to pull from, the easiest thing you can do, and here's a solution if you're sensing this, is to sign up for a website called meetup.com. All right. Now, if you know about this, if you don't know about it, it's a great website. A lot of the events that you can sign up for are virtual, indoor, outdoor, what have you. And the idea here isn't necessarily to make friends, although that's a great benefit. It's to change your current day-to-day routine. We need to disrupt something in your life. Maybe you're too comfortable right now. That's part of the problem in today's society. Too much isolation. Everybody's online 24/7, and we're not getting out of our comfort zone as much because we just don't have to. But when you have a tool like meetup.com, it's going to assist in helping you find groups of people that like what you like, all right? That's one thing that I would do. Another thing that I would do, just to kind of add some spice, is I would go through my phone and I would find every contact that I haven't spoken to in over a year, and I would hit them up and I would grab a cup of coffee with them. Why? Because again, we need to disrupt something in your routine. So if going on meetup.com, which is maybe too much for you, reconnect with an old friend, because that friend has probably changed. And when you are in the surroundings with other people who are different than you, that think different than you, you by nature are gonna start doing different things. You're gonna start eating different places, shopping different places, going to different places, hanging out with different people. Your perspective starts changing, and at the end of the day, you're able to draw from new experiences in the future. So the next time you're in a conversation, you can bring in these new experiences that you have created using meetup.com or reconnecting with old friends, okay? That's reason number 1. Reason number 2 is that your energy is too boring, it's too monotone, it's too bland, too vanilla. Okay, so let me give you an example so you can kind of see what I mean. Let me show you the wrong way first. Yeah, yesterday I went to Safeway. I bought 3 avocados. Then I came home and then I made avocado toast, and then I just watched some TV. Yeah. That is one hell of a boring story, but I could take the same story and make it engaging. Watch. Oh my God. So yesterday I went to Safeway down the street, then I got 3 juicy avocados. You know the kinds that are not too soft, but not too hard? You know what I'm talking about. Then I made a delicious avocado toast with a little bit of lemon zest, came back home, sat on the couch, kicked my feet up, threw on some NFL football, bada-bada-bop, started watching TV, right? So same story, but the fact that my energy is up, I'm animated, the other person is gonna be engaged too. If you're not energetic about your own life and your own stories, well, don't be shocked if they're not energetic talking to you either, all right? That's reason number 2. Okay, reason number 3 is that you don't know when to switch up the topic, all right? So for example, she could be talking about a sad story at work, and then you just pause and nothing happens because you don't have anything to say. So here's a good rule of thumb. Anytime you're in a conversation and there's a 1.5 second to 2 second pause, that means it's time for you to change up the topic. Okay, now in another reason, I'm gonna go over how to know what to talk about. But for reason number 3 specifically, you need to be aware of when you should change up the topic. It's okay if this happens maybe once or twice, but if this keeps happening in a 5-minute conversation, she's gonna be like, all right, well, this guy clearly doesn't understand humans. He doesn't have social skills, and that's okay if you don't. That's why you're watching this video. But you wanna limit and mitigate how often that happens, all right? So you wanna make sure that that conversation doesn't die down too many times in a row. That's reason number 3. Hey, by the way, if you're enjoying this video so far, you like this style of advice, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, like this video, share it with anybody that needs it. It really helps me out as I'm trying to put out more content on confidence, communication, and overall self-improvement, okay? Really appreciate it. Let's go to reason number 4. All right, reason number 4 is that you're in a conversation and maybe you just don't know how to ask questions. You ask boring questions, okay? So for example, if you're in a conversation at a dinner party or a get-together and you're like, do you like food? I mean, nobody on earth is gonna be excited about that question? I'm exaggerating. Let me give you a little bit more realistic one. Hey, do you like Italian food? That's a very bland question, okay? Most people are just gonna say yeah, because it's so vague. You're not gonna come across as somebody that's exciting to talk to if you only ask questions that can be answered in a yes or no fashion, all right? So you wanna ask as many open-ended questions as possible. So for instead of saying that, maybe a better way to say it, so here's a solution. If you're sensing that, all right, she's thinking that I don't ask good questions. If you were stuck on an island and you could eat one dish for the rest of your life, what would it be and why? That's gonna get somebody so creative with their answer, and you know that they are starting to really think about the answer when as they're talking to you, they're looking in one of these corners. So you really wanna think about how you ask the question and ask as many open-ended questions as possible. That's gonna make you a great conversationalist, somebody that's fun to talk to, all right? It's reason number 4. Reason number 5 is that you have an overall boring perception. Let me explain what I mean by that. A lot of people don't really know how they're coming across when they talk to other people. They may not be smiling enough, maybe their arms are crossed, or maybe they're looking away and they're not even looking at the other person. If this is you, if you know maybe you already have this problem, or if you're sensing that she's not exactly pleased to be talking to you, and you'll know this because she'll be looking away constantly, which means she's getting bored of you, what I would love for you to do is film yourself on camera. That's right. Film yourself and look at how you talk, how you converse. What is your body language like? What is your style of communicating? I don't want you to look at the mirror because that's not going to work for this exercise. You actually need to, and you can do this with an iPhone, whatever, it doesn't matter. Just film yourself, have a conversation for a couple minutes, just pretend, obviously, talk about anything you want. And then I want you to look at it and be like, all right, do I come across as boring or engaging? And what can I do to improve that? The easiest thing you can do is to just smile more. That costs you nothing, but you're gonna come across as positive. You're gonna come across as somebody that's enjoyable to have a conversation with. Nobody is gonna retreat from you if you're always smiling. You're just gonna be a nice, jolly fellow, if you will. All right, so think about your overall perception. I don't care if you had a bad day, good day, it doesn't matter. Your vibe is what I'm talking about, right? Your overall perception. How are you being looked at? We sometimes aren't aware of this until we film ourselves and actually see what the hell we look like. All right, that's reason number 5. Okay, reason number 6 is you don't know how to transition conversations. Now, you may remember from reason number 3 that I was talking about when you need to change conversations. Well, reason number 6 is conversation transitions. All right, so in other words, if you're talking to a girl and she says, yeah, you know, I had a really bad day at work the other day. My boss was really upset. I went home and I was stressed out, and yeah, I just started crying on my bed. And you're like, oh, okay. Hey, by the way, 2 days ago, I made this really yummy pasta recipe I learned on YouTube. Wanna get it? They're gonna be like, what the hell is wrong with you, dude? You don't understand that I just told you something really sad about my life and all of a sudden you're talking about pasta? What are you talking about? I would be surprised if they're still talking to you after 5 seconds. I'm exaggerating for the sake of this point, but I think you understand where I'm going with this. It's very, very critical that you know how to gradually change conversations. Don't get me wrong, there are times when you can do a harsh transition. That is why people like to say, hey, off topic, but pop, 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 pop. They're saying off topic because that means that they are aware this is not a smooth conversation transition. You want to try to maximize and have as many smooth transitions as possible. How do you do that? Luckily, I have a free ebook for you. It's called 5 Habits of the Best Conversationalists. The link is in the description. You can get it and you will learn a technique I call branching, where it allows you to have a conversation, they say something, and you're able to strategically quarterback the conversation in a way that they enjoy and you enjoy. This technique is beautiful. I've been doing this since, I don't even know, maybe 21 years old, all right? Try this out. The ebook is free. Again, the link is in the description. That is reason number 6. Okay, reason number 7 is that you don't have any good fail safes. You get stuck in a conversation. So look, at the end of the day, I can give you every framework, technique, line. It's not gonna matter if you don't have any emergency fail safes. All right, so what I mean by that is there's gonna be situations that you can't prepare for, all right? Now, what do? You need to have 2 or 3 fail safes, all right? Now, I call these back pocket lines. What I mean by that is you always have them in your back pocket. You can pull them out and use them. Personally, there's 3 that I use. and here's what they are. Again, this is for a situation where you've already exhausted every option that you could. Maybe the person that you're dealing with is just dry as hell, and that happens. There's only so much that you can do. But anyways, the 3 fail-safes are, how's the weather? Let me show you how it works. So you're talking, conversation's dead, and you're like, all right, oh. By the way, how's the weather been lately for you where you live? Has it been cold or rainy? We've been getting a lot of sunshine lately, so I'm really happy about it. That's one fail-safe. How's the weather? Another one, number 2, seen any new movies or shows lately? So you're talking, conversation dies out, and you maybe take a sip of your water, sip of wine, and you're like, by the way, you see any new shows on Netflix lately? Anything exciting you recommend? Most people, I don't even know what the percentage is, watch some sort of TV. And especially with the advent of binge watching, people are always watching shows, mainly on Netflix from what I understand. So it's a great way to talk about something that they like to talk about, and an easy way for you to kind of get out of that awkward pause, that silent pause, if you will. All right, so you just ask them, what are some favorite shows or movies that you've seen lately? That's it. Super simple. And then finally, the last one, what else is new? That's another back pocket line that I always use. So again, conversation dies out. Maybe you're in the middle of a gathering and you got nothing to talk about. You've talked about Netflix, you've talked about the weather, you've talked about everything you can talk about. Just hit them with this. So what else is new? What is something you are excited about? Right? I pass on the obligation of talking to them, and they can be creative and wild with it however they want, right? That is reason number 7. You don't have any fail-safes, that's how you get around it. Have those 3 back pocket lines or emergency fail-safes. That'll protect you in the event of a crazy situation that you can't get out of. All right, those are the 7 reasons. Now, for whatever reason, if you're still stuck in small talk and you can't have those deeper conversations you love, you can't have the conversations that aren't repetitive, if you will, check out this video where I show you how to go from small talk to big talk with a systematic framework. All right, you're gonna like it because it's very detailed, it's very thought through, and yeah, it's just another framework that I found really helpful in my life and I think can help you as well. Thank you so much for watching. You guys take care. I'll see you in the next video. See you later. Bye-bye.